Okay, folks, the time has come. Jared and I are getting ready to set out these CEYOMUR cameras, CY65. We're going to put it here on the farm. We're going to see what kind of pictures and video it takes. They're set to take pictures and video. And we're getting ready to go find a place to mount them, so stay tuned. Okay, folks, we're here at the spot we're going to mount a camera. It's going to be, the sun is right up there and it's setting. So we're going to position the camera to look out here in this field. And there's at least 2 deer trails, maybe even 3 to come through here. And hopefully we'll get some good action on that camera and be able to see some.
I'll say there's no bait in front of these.
Yeah, there's no bait, so this is going to be natural movement.
Not to say that I won't put bait in front of them, but for right now, there's no bait.
All right. We'll leave these out here for about 2 weeks because I know the company that sent me these cameras to do a video review of are probably kind of getting anxious, but work schedules kind of, keep us from being able to do things immediately. So
that's the off season too.
Yeah, it's the off season. So Jared's pruning some limbs out of the way so they won't be in the way of the camera and won't be in the way of us. These are briars, so just stay tuned. Okay, Jared's installing the camera on the tree. Had to get some briars clipped out of the way.
That's pretty long.
Oh, they give you a big enough strap, you go around a huge tree.
You can go around a tree that you have no business going around. Ooh. Strap broke.
Strap broke?
I think the little plastic piece broke. Sure did.
Okay, so the buckle on the thing.
You can't cinch it very tight.
Yeah, it sure enough broke.
So I'll just tie it to the tree.
Well, no, wait a minute. We've got the thing I could screw to the tree if we want to do that.
Oh, that goes in here?
Yeah.
Well, let's do that because this will need a new buckle.
Okay.
It's a good strap. It's just
and I've got buckles, so we'll do that. So folks,
when you do the other one, don't cinch very tight.
No. Okay.
Don't cinch very tight.
All right, we're going to go back to the truck and get the mounting hardware. Okay, Jared's getting the plate tightened down on the tree. Like I said, the camera comes with a plate. Let me zoom in there so you can see. There's a plate.
On a small tree, the plate's going to bend.
Yeah, the plate will bend around the tree.
The screws aren't very long.
Right.
The one thing that I would say possibly is
if you use the plate, you need longer screws.
If you're going to use this plate, go to a hardware store or something, get some longer screws.
Right. They need to. I don't know how long those are. They're probably about a half inch.
Come with it, or maybe ½ inch.
Maybe 3/8 length.
They're really small.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of bite into the tree. On a big tree that the plate might set flush, you might be okay, but on this is my ideal tree to put a camera on.
Right.
I normally don't go to big trees. Of course, I normally don't use this plate either.
No, most time we don't get those plates.
Well, even if we did, we would throw that to the side and we would put it in a box. We'd lock it up. But if you can put it on your own property where you don't have to worry about somebody stealing it or something like that, this is a nice thing you can use. But it could use some longer screws, get more of a bite into the tree.
Right.
The number one thing in my book is the plastic buckle should be a little more heavy duty than what it is.
Yeah, that's a very soft plastic. Walking back to the truck to get this plate, I noticed that you could take a pocket knife and cut
flex
it.
I mean, it
flexes.
If you cinched it to the tree and a bear came by and grabbed your camera, the buckle's going to fail like that.
Yeah.
And
it's not a hard plastic like most buckles we've seen.
No, it's not really a secure.
But now this, folks, is the CY65, the CEYOMUR CEYOMUR camera. And it has 3 PIR sensors, the one in the center and one on each side, left and right. We have already set all the functions. Jared's turning it on to test. And right there you can see me
aim
in it. You can aim that in any direction you want. And you can see it's aimed out towards the field.
Looking at the field, and that's about perfect of where we want it.
Right. And it's going to catch any motion.
Anything that comes left and right through this field, it's going to catch.
Right.
And the way the sensors are and everything, it's going to catch out to the sides in front of it. Watch right there. The only thing that I have a concern about, other companies have done this, where this has a sensor that's out to the side. Your lens may not be able to see where that sensor is picking up. So if you've got an animal that's over here, this side sensor is picking up my movement.
Right.
And that thing's taking pictures because it's sensing movement. But whatever it is isn't in front of it. So you may end up with a lot of pictures that are blank depending on what your situation is, how your trail runs, where your food is.
Yeah. And if we go in here right now, and you can see the screen went blank because it's got a time saver. But if you go into the menu options,
you can turn those off.
No. Yeah, you can turn those off.
I want to leave them on for right now.
Right. Right now we have it set for mode is photo.
You're not on it.
Okay. The mode is for photo and video.
30 megapixel.
30 megapixel, one photo.
Shutter speed.
Shutter speed's 1 in 30, and if you check that, you only have 1 in 15, 120, and 130.
I don't know which one's better.
I don't know which one's better either. So I left it at 130. Resolution's 1080p. Video length is set for 30 seconds. This has got a 32 gigabyte SD card in it. Record audio is on. The PIR interval is 3 minutes, but I might change that since we're not over bait to 1 minute.
Yeah, I would.
And see, I think we have to hit mode to go out. The sensitivity, you got 3 different sensitivities: high, medium, and low.
On medium till we know what the camera's doing.
Right. Time lapse we're not using because we're not taking time lapse photo. The infrared LEDs is auto. You do have options there for auto, economy, and off. We'll leave it on auto. Low battery night shot, no infrared LED. That's when the batteries get extremely low. Monitoring period is off. Side PRs are on. That's these 2 PIRs. And there's your center one. Language is English. Default settings. Format the card. I'm going to hit OK just to make sure. Hit OK. Card's formatted. The date and time has already been set. It's 4-3.
It's simple, just like every other
camera
you set up. It's the same process.
Right. And time format
Same
is
thing.
24 hour. Date stamp is on. Beep sounds turned off. Camera name, we don't have one on it. Password, like I mentioned earlier in the video that I did, you don't want to set those because if you forget it, you can never get back in here and fix it. Bluetooth is on because this is the Bluetooth. There's the Wi-Fi SID, Wi-Fi password, Wi-Fi, auto Wi-Fi off in a minute. Auto power off is off. Backlight 1 minute. That means the screen will go blank in 1 minute. That's what happened. Version and firmware update. So we're ready. We're done.
Ready to set it. So take this.
Okay. And it's counting down now.
So we will close the door. And we will set it and forget it.
And we're going to put a lock on it. That's the one nice thing about this camera. It does have a place for a lock.
These are really small locks. And let me just tell you, these locks are only going to keep the honest man honest. Right. That lock could be broke with a set of screwdrivers.
Right. Well, it is a Brinks lock, but
I'm saying you can
yeah,
take 2
it can be done.
And pry, and it's going to snap.
Yeah.
But it's only going to keep the honest man honest. Any type of lock, any type of box, that's all it's going to do.
Right. All right. Well, we're done setting this camera. So stay tuned, and we'll hopefully have some pictures and some video from this so we can tell you what kind of quality we got.
About a week.
I thought 2 weeks, but a week.
2 weeks.
A week, because you got a lot of deer activity comes through here because you're back in the country.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks, stay tuned. Howdy, folks. It's a week since we set the cameras, so Jared and I are going to check cameras. We're going to check the CY65, and we're not even going to go to that camera. We're going to get up here to the back end of this trailer and see if we can connect to it and see if it's got any pictures or any video. We'll have them posted in this review. Again, this is our initial review. We're going to get this video out. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Even though it's only been a week since we put the cameras out. But we're going to go ahead and do it now. But later on in the year, maybe closer to the end of the year, once we've had a good, thorough testing of the...
This video will just basically be the our first thoughts.
Our initial review, our initial thoughts.
How it's working, what the quality of the pictures and video is, and do they work?
Yeah.
So this one right here is not going to be the video if you're looking for a video like that that says, yes, buy this camera. This is going to be the videos that say, yes, they do work, the quality's good, or no, they don't work. And then, you know, after we give it more time,
I would say let's do it this way. We'll plan a video after buck season's over with. I mean, yeah, that's only going to be like an 8 or 9 month long test.
right.
But that's good enough of a test to see whether or not these cameras are going to withstand the elements.
Well, as far as these cameras go right now, where we've got them, we can leave them there.
Yeah.
Until we go to deer camp.
Yeah.
Pull them, take them to deer camp with us, and set them on the mountain somewhere.
Yeah.
Let them run on the mountain, so they'll get all the. They've already had snow. In the past week, we've had
rain,
freezing temperatures. We've had rain. We've had snow. We've had warm days that got up to 73 degrees last Wednesday.
And it was down to 29 last night.
So they've already had some element exposure.
Yeah.
And then we leave them out. They'll have the extreme heat of summer. They'll have rain, and then by November we'll pull them
from here.
We'll take them to deer camp with us. We'll set them on the mountain. We'll see how they do there, and then after buck season, we'll give the thorough review of what we think. And who knows, we may end up doing another video after that saying, you know, this is a year review.
Yeah.
Of how they've held up for an
just about like
year.
I did the Wild Game Innovation. I done a 3-year review.
Right.
So, okay, so we're going to check this thing here. No, it's back over there. We're going to test. We're going to check it, see if we can connect it with the app, and then, like I said, the videos and pictures, if there's any, will be following this little clip here, and we'll let you all see what it's like. Okay, folks, these cameras that we've got out, the CY65, and I do have a CY50 out that I'm testing as well. That'll be a whole separate video. But we're going to give you our initial thoughts, because this has been 3 weeks now having them out, so you'll see the images and the videos from this CY65 and this. The app seems to work okay, other than
There's a few glitches.
there's a few glitches.
Whenever you're looking at videos, it seems to work just fine when your phone's upright. When your phone turns sideways, it'll work fine, but whenever you try to swipe to the left to go to the next video, you'll get this big red thing on your screen and the video doesn't want to play right, you can't hardly see. That can be fixed by just backing back out to the list of videos and reselecting the next video and turning your screen. It's not a big deal. You can make it work.
Right.
But it's designed, that app is, for you to be able to swipe left and go to the next video. And that will not work. So for that side of it,
That's the app side.
I will say, yeah, but that's designed for the camera.
Right.
So that goes along with it. For that side of it, I'll say that is a negative. Now, is it a thing that would make me not want to buy the camera? No. Because like I said, you can back out, go back to your list. If you knew you were on video number 2, you select video number 3, and then you can turn your phone sideways and it works just fine.
The benefit of the app is, for 3 weeks now, every weekend we've come down here, we have not touched that camera.
No, there's no human scent on or around the camera. Like, you have to get within 30 feet of it.
30 feet of it.
But the movement that's with that camera is happening in front of it from left to right, from right to left.
Right.
So us being 30 feet behind it, it's not really causing any issues.
Now, the one thing I will say, though, is when you use the app and you see what's on the camera, you can't view those. You have to download, export them or whatever into the app, what they call local.
Well, to be clear, you can see them, but they're in thumbnail.
Thumbnail, right? That's all you can see.
You can't make them full screen unless you download them.
Download them from that side to local. Once they're on local, then you can expand them. You can look at them.
Which it would be nice. It would be nice to not have to download them.
Right.
I should be able to make that thumbnail a full screen
by just touching on it.
And then I can say, well, that picture I don't want.
Right.
Okay. The way it's set right now, you don't know if you want that picture or not, so you just have to download them all. Here, it's not that bad. We're getting 20, 30 pictures.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have this camera as your primary camera and you have it set over top of a corn pile and you're getting 200-300 pictures, your phone may not be able to handle 200-300 pictures downloaded.
I was going to say, the other drawback I have to using the app is even when you sign in, you see the camera, you see, okay, I got 30 pictures. I've got 30 videos.
Yeah.
Okay. The pictures don't take quite as long to download into the local section, but when you go to download 30 videos, that takes a long time. You might as well just set your phone down, walk away, go but check something else.
For you, that's a downside. For me, it's not. And the reason I'll say that it's not a downside, and some of you may agree, some of you may agree with him, it's a 30-second video rather than a 10-second clip,
right.
A 5-second clip.
That is true.
So I'm fine with that. The other side of it is, anytime you download something that's a high-definition picture,
right,
it takes longer to download, especially if it's a video.
That's 1080p.
That camera is shooting high-definition video, and the video quality is fantastic. They'll be able to see some of it. The video quality is great.
I did have an issue with the first week. I haven't checked the second week or today's. Some nighttime videos, there was a sound heard on there that was not any kind of
from
bug.
The camera.
Yeah, it has to be from the camera. It might be because the infrareds are on for 30 seconds. You can see when you watch that 30-second clip of that video, you can see it go from 100% battery life to 95%. So Is that sound in relation to battery drain because the LEDs are on? I don't know.
I would say what you're picking up is probably the sound of those LEDs on.
Could be.
Now,
sounds like a UFO.
The question that I have, which we would have to test later, would be if you're in front of that camera while that's happening, can you hear it? If it's just something that the camera is picking up.
And the reason why I can say no, because there was deer in front of the camera and they never reacted.
Maybe it's faint though. And this is what I'm bringing up. We've had cameras attacked by bears.
Yeah.
Just because the camera clicked from infrared to a daytime picture.
Right.
If a bear hears a slight click or a buzz, bears are so curious, they're going to come and mess with it. They're going to look at it, and that could potentially be the end of your camera if the bear, you know, bites it, pulls it off the tree, whatever.
But all in all, now like we said earlier in this video, that we'll give this camera, and in the CY50 as well, like I said, that's a separate video. That'll be coming after this one. We're going to give them a thorough test. They're either going to stay down here.
I'd say that one will stay here for the summer.
And we're going to let it go through rain, through sleet, through hot temperatures, and we're going to check it, maybe not every week like we've been doing.
No, we may let it go longer.
And we might even bring out some mineral or something. I mean, we're getting natural movement. We got that.
I'll probably just put food in front of the one down here.
Right. I ain't worried about the other one.
I don't really want a hole. Now, granted, that one stump that I want out of the ground, that may be a good way to get it out of the ground.
That would be.
Cover that with mineral. Change the angle of the camera to watch it, and let the deer just tear that out.
Right. But we're not saying go out and buy it. You've got to make your own decision.
Well, no, to be fair, as of right now, after 3 weeks of use, as far as packaging, ease of use, the look and feel of the camera, and so far the performance, other than the little hiccup with the app, the slight buzzing noise, I will give it a 4-star out of 5. So far, it's doing perfect. The battery life's doing pretty well, and there's really no hiccups. They are operating the way they're supposed to.
The only issue was the strap with the cheap buckle.
Right.
It needs a better buckle.
Like I said, there are very small things that make me give it a 4 out of 5 stars. A 5-star camera is probably going to be almost impossible to get. Now, a 4.5, I'd give you that. A 5-star camera, everything would have to be perfect, and let's just face it, you hardly ever get that.
Now, what I will say, these cameras, the CY65, which is a Bluetooth Wi-Fi, that's the one we're doing this video on right now, and the CY50 can both be found on Amazon. I will have links to, well, a link to Amazon for the US, and then it'll be links to, you know, different countries, UK, Germany, so forth, because they sell these worldwide. And those will be in the description. So you just make sure you click on the description to see more, and you'll see the links to those there. And like I said at the very beginning in the video that you all seen, part 1, this is part 2, that we're not making anything off this. They sent these cameras to us to test, to review, and put out on video. So that's all we're doing. The cameras are ours to keep. We didn't pay for them, but I will say this. I was impressed with the CY50, even though it doesn't have Bluetooth Wi-Fi. I was impressed with it. I've already bought one. So, yeah, they sent us one. I ended up buying one. It's going up on the mountain. So
really we can test 2 of them.
We'll test 2 of the CY50s.
We'll test one that's up on the mountain that'll stay for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then we've got one here that we can check every couple months.
And if you've watched my videos, I know I got a lot of followers. You've watched my videos. You've seen I made the 8-man box. For the 8-man camera that I have, I've already started a box for the CY50. And I've already got the layout to do a box for the CY65. But we just wanted to share these videos with you on this camera and give you our honest opinion, whether it's good or bad. Like Jared, he gives it a 4-star. I'm going to give it probably a 4, 4.5.
I wouldn't go 4.5.
Well,
the reason I wouldn't go 4.5 is one, like with this one, not that one.
No, I'm talking about this one.
With this one, right out of the box, the strap breaks. The little buckle breaks.
Right.
Okay. That is, if you're in the woods and you had no intention of using the screw-in arm,
right.
and the only thing you took with you was its strap that it came with,
yeah, then
and that strap breaks, you don't have a camera out,
right,
and you just wasted your entire trip. Okay, that's one thing. Number two, the glitch with the app. The app was made in, you know, along with that camera, or they made the camera around the app. It should work fluently. It doesn't. And then the slight buzzing noise, though it's not a game changer, it doesn't change anything. You can overlook that.
It's not in the daytime videos, just the nighttime.
But it's enough to say something's not right, and you shouldn't be hearing that.
No, you shouldn't.
So I won't give it a 4.5. 3.5 to 4. I mean, I said 4, but 3.5 to 4 I think would be a fair thing to say right now.
Well, I just think the camera itself, the quality of the pictures, the quality of the videos, and then the ease of setting it up, the menus.
Right.
It's very easy. I mean, you don't even need the manual to set it up.
Right.
The app's a little difficult to set up at the beginning. So, yeah, maybe I'll say 4. Not 3.5 to 4, I'll say 4.
I'll say I was aiming around 4.
Because like I said, it's easy to use.
Now the screw-in arm that comes with it, if you are in a location that you feel comfortable using that is great. I absolutely love that arm. It screws in the tree just like a bow hanger. Your camera mounts to it. It's secure. It doesn't teeter. It doesn't twist.
And you could secure that camera because the camera's got, you got your loops for your belt or for your strap to go through, but it also has 2 loops. And if you can find the Python cables, you could put that base on a tree, put that camera on there, run the Python cable through.
Or if nothing else, with the way the back of it's made for the cable to go through, or for the strap to go through. If you took you a flat piece of metal and put you holes on either side, you could run a chain around the tree and lock it to both sides of that flat bar. And then if somebody wanted to steal your camera, they would actually physically have to break the camera.
Again, it's just keeping the honest man
they would
honest.
have to break the camera to get it. And I don't know who would want to just break a camera and then it not be any use to them, unless they just were out to be a menace to you. But so far, they're both really good cameras. Like I said, there'll be a video on the other one.
We just pulled the card off of it.
If I had bought this camera, if I had purchased it, I would be pleased. I would be pleased because, like I said,
I'm pleased with it so far.
Even though the strap did break, you can get another strap.
Yeah.
You can find straps anywhere.
Well, you can take that strap and take that buckle off and put another a heavier, better heavy-duty buckle on it.
Well, all I'm saying is, it's enough to be an aggravation.
Right.
It's not enough to make me not buy the camera.
Yeah.
I would still purchase this camera, but if you do purchase this camera, go ahead and get you a heavier buckle if you're going to strap it to a tree and not use a box, or get you a whole new strap. The strap that comes with it's good quality strap.
Well, it's
a cheap buckle. The buckle that came with the CY50, that's an excellent buckle.
Yeah.
If they would put that buckle with the CY,
65?
If they would put the buckle with it, that's with the CY50, there would be no complaints. No complaints at all as far as that side goes.
Right. Okay, that's our review, the initial review. There'll be further reviews 6 months, 8 months down the road on the CY65 and the CY50. Like I said, CY50 is going to be a separate video from this one. This one's just the CY65. I know we've tossed the CY50 in there, but we appreciate you watching. Hit that thumbs up. Like I said, that gets us out there on the algorithm and pushes these videos. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe.
Hit the little notification bell. That way you know whenever we upload new videos. It's normally, what, once a week or 2 weeks?
Well, I'm trying once every week, maybe 2 weeks. I try to get at least 2 videos a month.
Well, we got turkey season going on right now, so there will be videos from turkey hunting. There'll be product reviews. I'm getting a brand new pair of Rocky snake boots that we'll do a review on. So we've got a few things coming that can hold us over until we can get back into the excitement of deer hunting.
Well, we got something that we barely touched on last year, was some fishing. We need to get into some fishing.
We need to do some fishing.
We got some time. But that's enough. This video, I don't want to go on 40, 50 minutes long. So, because there's going to be a lot of still images and a lot of videos from this camera, the CY65. So, from Jared and myself, We appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more, and see you
in the woods.
See you in the woods. Thanks for watching.